What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode on Shotgun Review. This time we're going to do the federal law enforcement with flight control and compare it to this also federal Force X2, which is interesting. Hopefully I can open up one of these and show you guys the actual pellets. The idea behind this one is that the pellets themselves are basically cut down the middle, almost to the point where they're about to break in half. And the idea is whenever it impacts your target or flesh, they're going to break up into halves, and then you're going to create more wound channels. So unfortunately, there's no way for us to actually test that out, but seeing that it is a federal product, it doesn't say anywhere on here that it has the flight control wad, but it is a defensive round, so I want to see how it compares. That's what we're going to do. Just like with the other videos, if you haven't seen them, I've got 3 targets, 6, 10, 15 yards. I've got 2 different types of color tape, so I will shoot the same exact targets with these different types of ammo, and I will paste them up, and that way you guys can see at least the pattern of what these things are. If you want to see this in actual, if it actually works, help me out by subscribing to the channel. That helps me do business with other companies, such as potentially Ballistic Dummy Labs, and then I can actually get some of that stuff in for cheaper, and I can actually perform real tests on this stuff. Like, comment, let me know what you guys think, all of that. So let's get to it. All right, so first up, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do the, see, what is this? The X2, 6 yards. All right, now we'll move back to 10. I can tell you already that this does not have the flight control wad. Here we go. All right, let's go check them out. Oh, and I should have said these are also very comparable. So 12 gauge, double aught buck, 9 pellets, 2 3/4 inch sides. So I think the only stuff that I'm going to be recording today will be 8 pellets, and that'll be the Remington. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe another one in there. Yeah. So maybe 3 right in there. We got the wad. This is 6 yards. We got 10 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And I was aiming dead center. And then 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, potentially a flyer off over here. So now let me paste these up, and then we'll try the federal flight control. Real quick, one thing that I did want to point out is as I'm taping these things up, I did notice that there's 2 things right here, and if you look, it does look like they're halves versus this one right here. So I think even before it hit a target, one of those pellets did split in 2. So that's what it would look like. That's the size, and then that's a full-size pellet before they break up. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the federal with flight control, and check that out. You're going to see a much tighter grouping even at these distances. Again, 6, 10, and 15. So let's get to it. Such a big difference. Oh wow, I pulled that one. Okay, but we'll still see it. And 15. So if you've seen any of the other videos that I've done on federal flight control at this distance, it's basically one big wad. That was already there. That's one that I covered up. So the blue is represented by the Force X2. And then that's all basically federal flight control. Then moving on to the next one. All nice and tight right here. We've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pretty much everything's right there. That's at 10 yards. And then at 15, should have done a little bit better here. We can redo this one, but everything's right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9. and the wad. Let's actually shoot this one more time. Let's go back. Let's do that. Aim a little bit better. All right, that's a better shot. Yep. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and probably 9 right there. I'm surprised that Federal doesn't actually put the flight control with that X2. I think if they were able to do that, that would make it a much nastier round, in my opinion, a much nastier round, because again, when it hits the person, they're designed to break up into two, so now you're gonna have more wound channels, if you will, over just solid pellets. So there you go, that's it. Hopefully that helps you guys. Stay tuned for the next one.